everybody. My name is Tim Costello. I'm the broker here at RE/MAX First Advantage, and today we're going to have another candid conversation with one of our great agents, Cara Sheaffer. Cara, welcome to the call.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for having me on, Tim and Natalie. I appreciate it.
Yep, we also have Natalie on. Natalie's in charge of all of our social media, so if you don't like this video, it's all Natalie's fault.
Whoa, guys.
Natalie.
This is
Natalie's the one that knows how to put the balloon in the back. That's awesome.
Yeah, good. So let's get started. Cara, I got a few questions I'd like to have some candid conversations with you and just ask you, first of all, how long have you been with RE/MAX First Advantage?
Well, Tim, I started in the real estate industry in 2005 in the boom, and I started with RE/MAX First Advantage in 2020.
In 2020. Awesome.
2020, yes, and it's been amazing. I worked for other brokerages, obviously, before that, and RE/MAX First Advantage is it's the place to be. It's kind of like where we call home.
Well, good. Thank you for that. Let me ask you this.
Absolutely.
Where did you start your career, your business career, and tell us a little bit about Cara Sheaffer and how you went from business to real estate?
I started working at a regional bank, which is in Franklin County, Pennsylvania, born and raised there my entire life. And that was in 1984. And I worked at a bank for 16 years, which we went through several mergers, and it ended up being M&T Bank. And over that 16 years, I had several different positions. And just really enjoyed the growth and the knowledge that the banking industry gave me. Like I said, I worked there for 16 years and eventually was a regional VP in Franklin and Washington County. And it just was invaluable as far as experience and knowledge that really helped me go into purchased an advertising agency after that, and enjoyed doing marketing and traveling really up and down the coast for motorsports marketing. And then our son came along in 2005. So decided that, hey, we're going to, being in a motorhome every other weekend with a baby probably is okay. But once he got into school, knew that I had to make a change. And I made the change and got into real estate at that point.
Nice. So you have a pretty diverse background from the banking to marketing and advertising, now in real estate for 20 years, right? 20 total?
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
20 total years.
And the marketing,
Congratulations.
the ad agency helps me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I like it. I enjoy it. It's good for our family because our family is a tight family. And of course, I mean, we've always done everything together. My husband says, "Oh, you sign up for something, we're all involved in it, whether it's putting up signs or going out and meeting the clients as well, and having them over to our house or going to their house." And our clients just kind of became friends and like family, and our other agents as well.
So Cara, what market do you primarily work in?
Born and raised in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, which is Franklin County. And primarily we service the Franklin County area, although I'm also licensed in Maryland and have done listings there as well and helped buyers and sellers. Because with us, really, with Franklin County, we're so conveniently located because of the I-81 corridor that really you can be in a matter of 3 states in minutes, right, Tim. And so it just really, I think that's one of the reasons too, that our area in Franklin County has always been booming. We have an influx of people that move there because truly we have airports now, regional airports, Harrisburg within an hour of us. We have Hagerstown within a matter of minutes. And you can jump on a plane. I've had oftentimes people would tell me they can jump on a plane and be anywhere in the country within a matter of hours. And that's true. Living in Little Franklin County, which over the years I've just seen grow tremendously.
Right. And your team, the Cara Sheaffer team, You just moved locations to 504 Cleveland Avenue in Chambersburg. What does your team
Yes.
look like these days?
There are five agents, and I have two agents that are actually bilingual and very fluent in Spanish, as well as English. And that is Luis Martinez and Miguel Segundo, and they are amazing. Um, Before amazing agents are amazing people. Our group is just good. We care. I don't know that I want to say we're different, Tim, from other teams. I feel like we might be. I think there's a lot of great agents out there,
Right.
but I do feel that our team is we're tight. I mean, we really are, and it's not just about the transaction and getting something done. I know it's. I said something whenever I was talking with Natalie the other week, and I don't have to sell every house I go into. Sometimes we go into a house and it's somebody that maybe has called us and said, hey, I have to sell my house, I can't afford it for this. And my first thing is, do you want to sell? And if you don't want to sell, how can we help you keep your house?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to sell. It's more about doing what's right for that person. Sometimes we end up having to sell to make it, to get them out of a situation. But oftentimes, because of our network of resources that we have built over, 30 plus years in business, right, in the community, we can help people save their properties if they don't want to sell it. And then we sell it down the road whenever they truly are
Right.
ready to
Right.
sell.
Yeah. So as part of your team, you're helping to develop Luis and Miguel, and you brought along your husband Dewey and your son Ryan as part of your team. What was important to you about bringing your husband and your son into the business with you?
You know, I thought about that, and because you had mentioned that question to me yesterday, actually, and they've always, I didn't bring them on; they always were there
Okay.
because we are such a tight family that truly, I mean, if I was showing a house, it's a holiday, whatever, it didn't matter. We stick together in business, in sports, in pleasure, whatever it is. We are really like a little unit. So it just kind of was a natural thing where that happened, really. Um, and that's just kind of the way that all happened.
Yep.
I was a little bit surprised, real honestly, whenever Ryan said he wanted to be in real estate, because real estate tends to be 24/7, I
Right.
think, and meeting the needs. And that's partly why I started out with the group as well, because I wanted to be able to have a little bit more family time, and I wanted to be able to develop other agents. Like, the integrity of the business is so important to me. And I know that's important to you, and it certainly was important to your dad as well. That the integrity of it, that's like so important, doing the right thing all the time. I mean, our slogan is the Golden Rule Group, right? And before that, I was the Golden Rule Agent. That was always my slogan. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And so I just think that yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
as important as family is to you, it is to me. I mean, like you, I got into the
Yeah.
business right out of high school with my father and worked with him every day until he passed away this year. And my
Mhm.
sister's now in the business, my nephew's in the business, my wife is in the business, and I just find it easier, especially with my wife, that she understands the business, she understands
Right.
what I have to do and the hours I have to work. It the same with her, what she needs to do with the hours and the phone calls she has to take and handle at times, sometimes when we don't want to do that. But it's just
Right.
neat to see families in it together because you're all working for the same goal. Yeah.
I absolutely agree. And it's very good because a lot of times, I mean, we all bring, yes, I've been in the business the longest, right? But we all bring different ideas and different perspectives to it. So if we have a situation right there with the group. I mean, we can just bounce different things and ideas off. And certainly with First Advantage, we are fortunate. We're fortunate. I can pick up the phone, and it doesn't matter. It's day, evening, whatever. And I respect your time. And I know you work really hard, and so does everybody else up there that's sitting on your board of directors. But I can also call them if I have something that I say, hey, this is a little bit different. And let's face it, every transaction's different.
Right.
Right. Everyone's different.
Yeah, it's good to have somebody to bounce these things off of, whether it's one another, you and I, or you and Kong, or Brooks, or me, or all of us together,
Right.
trying to
And
figure
Natalie
out a
helping us with this.
solution. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. And two, I think it's important, Tim. I mean, we thank you for bringing someone on full time there that's doing, helping us with the social media. That's a whole other thing, that's a whole other business, really. And you've just done that for your agents.
Yep. Good. Thank you.
It's good stuff.
Yep. I know giving back to the community is important to you, and you're heavily involved with the community. If you could just kind of go through a few things that you do on a yearly basis with the community, such as the Make-A-Wish Foundation, you're involved in the parades locally. Tell us a little bit about what you do and how you try to stay in touch with the community and your past clients.
I think it's important, right? I mean, this community has supported me. I've been self-employed since 1999. And this community has always supported me, right? So it's important for me to give back. I love doing things that makes children smile, and that a lot of times is the horses. We have teamed up with Benchfield Farms, and they bring the horses to towns. We sponsor that and have carriage rides and things like that. People, and I shouldn't just say children, but their faces light up. I mean, their faces light up. They see these horses that are massive animals, 1,700 pounds each, right? And they just light up. So we do that at different events. Of course, First Advantage sponsors the Ice Fest, which is really one of the largest events that downtown Chambersburg has. Of course, we sponsor Make-A-Wish. That's a big one. And, we sponsor it, but also help to raise donations and things like that for that local charity, because it's so important. And we give out wishes, and their wishes range. The average wish is around $5,000. And so that's just really kind of nice to be able to do several of those, or watch that happen and be a very small part of that, even if we're a small part. We also sponsor and donate to Mercy House. Mercy House is a hospice house in Chambersburg. That's very important to us as well. Many of my clients are seniors, and and we have actually sat with them in their last days, and helped to walk them through that process. And Mercy House has opened up recently in Chambersburg, and I was on the initial board for Mercy House and hospice, and it's just very important. That organization does so much to help families, so that end of life, the families can be family members instead of caregivers. So that's another one that we support. We very much support our veterans, and do different local charities with the Marine Corps specifically. My husband is ex-military as well. We do the tractor pulls. We sponsor the kids' softball games. I mean, you name it. But things that I like to do, Tim, and I think are important, is to not just throw money at stuff, right? But I want to be there.
Right.
I want to be there with these people.
Yeah. So this past week, my wife Regina and I and Natalie were able to share a holiday luncheon with you and your family and your team at a local Chambersburg restaurant, which was really nice. And I learned something about you guys that I never knew. And Natalie, you probably walked away from that luncheon with the same thoughts. and we were kind of dreaming about this Powerball, and the amount was about 1.5 billion. And what would you do with it if you won? And when I heard you and Dewey talk about your real why in life and your real purpose in life of what you would do with that money, it really hit me hard that that you guys are special people. Could you tell us a little bit about what you said to us that if you won $1.5 billion, what you would do with that money?
Well, sure. I had grown up near an orphanage in Chambersburg, and my older brother had a paper route, and I would always tag along with him, and I asked him, he delivered papers to this orphanage, and I always saw all these kids out there, I said to Rich one day, where are their moms and dads? And he said, they don't have any. And then he explained it to me, and I was just probably 5. And I told my brother, I said, one day I'm going to take all those kids home with me. And he's like, okay. Well, then guess what? In 2005, I told Dewey, we've been married now 30 couple years, right? And I said, I'm going to go in there and volunteer. And then we ended up bringing home many of these kids, right? We did. I mean, that volunteer thing. And again, this is where my little ideas snowballs into the entire family. And we brought home these kids, right? And it's the best thing that we've ever done. And if we hit the Powerball, if you hit the Powerball and you were so generous to share it with all of us, right? Like you suggested, we would definitely open up a group home that was like a farm where we could bring kids and they would come and they would enjoy and they would have fun, but it wouldn't be like a sterilized group home. It would be fun. It would be a big family, right? Because that's what kids deserve. They just want loved and hugged and supported and all that. And then if we had enough left out of that money, I would also build an area like a compound where we took care of our seniors, because that is definitely a group that needs it, and they need it. I mean, oftentimes, whenever I get these calls, Tim, to go out and list a house, it's because they have to decide
Right.
whether they're going to pay for medication or their taxes, right? Yeah. And then so that's important to me as well, to get that figured out too. So that's what we would do.
That's awesome. Natalie, anything you'd like to add to what
I
you heard
mean,
the other day?
Cara, I just think you're a really inspirational person. And I think you're you're a great person. You talk about other people being great people and other people being so awesome. And I just think you are so just you're the same. You talk about people the same way that I view you, that you're just so nice and so helpful. And your first thought is other people. It's never yourself. And I just think that's really inspirational, and more people really need to be like you, because
Oh, gee.
That was
that's
the way to say
Gee.
it. That was the way to say it, Natalie. Good job.
I'm so I walked away from that lunch I put myself into perspective, and I was just like, wow, I really need to I need to get my inner Kara out, and really you just inspire me to be a better person.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you for sharing
Wow,
that,
thank
Natalie.
you.
Yep. So,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Kara, anything else you'd like to say? Because, like I said, this was just kind of an off-the-cuff, candid conversation with Meet the Real Cara Sheaffer and the Cara Sheaffer team, and we are so happy that you're with us. Any closing remarks you'd like to say?
Thank you so much. I can't really think of anything except just thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for what you and your dad and your family have built. Um, you and your dad are why I came on after that meeting in 2020. I mean, that was a crazy time for us in real estate, right?
Right.
And
Yep.
here, I was like, oh, let's make a move. It was a crazy time, but it was definitely because of you guys, what you have to offer, and it feels the way I like to feel. So, and that's why I mean, we're in the home business, and that's why it's important to me to make sure that for my business that I have the right home, and that is Remax First Advantage. So thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you for anybody that looks and watches this video. You got a chance to meet the real Cara Sheaffer. Thanks again. And I wish you the
Thanks.
best in 2026.
Thank you. It's going to be an amazing year again. It'll be whatever we make it, right?
Yep. Sounds good. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yep.